Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
If they're sitting there in front of you, absolutely. The fact that you want to claim you don't exist doesn't actually in any way mean that you don't exist. Even if you don't feel like you exist, it, it doesn't mean that you don't. Domino. Almost. Domino. Ah.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical.
Imagine that.
We had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Whoever wrote this is used some really good tricks to not ever give you a definitive answer. Rapunzel. Ah.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Let's try to see if we can
Sure.
find something fun here.
I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
What's them? I want to know what them is.
Yes. It was a cremation. For the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
How? You couldn't have. Okay. I mean, did you hide in the basement where the body was found? Huh? What you did? Seems kind of like a mistake. Hide in the attic with your giant dollhouse? Seems like eventually somebody might have wandered up there. Never, I believe I've looked up this one. Oh, clearly I haven't.
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Yeah, why would they possibly ask that? Your anger is sure to help. Proves your innocence. Glaziers? For my American friends, that's people that make glass.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
Okay.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's
That's
a
the person
glazier. He
that
doesn't have
killed
much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Why do people always use that? Everyone loved him. Then why is his throat slit open? It's... I mean, whatever you say. Uh-oh. A next word. Oh, okay, I see.
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it. He decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
What about stuff? Awesome.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
Was the reacting to the wrong side of the face on purpose or accident? this point, I don't know if it's a fuck up in the game or stuff that I'm supposed to be noticing or what. That's how I know I've gotten in too deep. I'm trying to big brain this so harsh that I've ended up tiny braining it. Mush brain. Aha.
I wasn't in the house.
Okay.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
Yeah, nothing better than having the baby with the man that you murdered. It's... What does this one say?
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about.
Yeah, the problem is you gave it the exact same statement word for word verbatim. That literally is the definition of rehearsed. You usually don't recall traumatic events like that the exact same way word for word, you know, each time. But maybe you do. Maybe you're special. I'm just having trouble understanding if the reason that she's trying to be so dismissive of the questions is because the writer is being good and writing it in the fashion that guilty people actually do things, or if the writer is just failing to be creative. I guess the rest of the game leads me to believe that the writer's doing a good job rather than a bad one, but there have definitely been some pitfalls that they've fallen into that makes me less than happy.
No. I'm not sure what Strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Neither do I expect this one to give me much. It did give me one.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead.
Did she?
But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary.
Why?
Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
No, it's not. No lunatic would admit to stealing a baby and keep it in their house all the time. That is not believable in any way. It's like finding a diary saying I shot... Well, I take that back. Finding a diary saying I shot President Kennedy is totally something somebody would do just because people are fucking stupid. I don't think anybody would admit to stealing a baby, though. I mean, I'd be totally willing to believe that if it wasn't her neighbor. You expect me to believe you stole your neighbor's baby and then hid it in your house for years, expecting no one to ever notice? You're out of your mind. Not believable in any way. It's like the dumbest plan ever. It's like shooting someone in the face inside of the police station and be like, I didn't do it.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
How many of you just completely disagree with me? How many of you absolutely believe everything she says?
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
It's... What? You... I'm not a mom. I'm a dad. no such thing as... No. That one I refute that one outright. There's no just pretend my baby didn't die and be okay with it. You okay with it? Didn't you have a miscarriage? Did you pretend everything was alright? It's so... That one makes me actually angry. It does suck that there are absolutely some parents out there, though, that don't give a flying fuck about their kids. I will admit that.
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
Oh, nice.
I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
How's that? How is it that they have to go through that many other backyards to get to your backyard? That doesn't seem... What? I guess that means they're surrounded on all sides? Which, in that case, how do you get into your home? I don't know. I'm failing to understand something here. Aha.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
So you're the one that hit her. Or, I'm still not sure, you're actually different people, so... I mean, you could have been violent against yourself. I don't know. Me about the babby? 17. Shoot.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Sad that you killed him on your birthday. You're never going to be able to enjoy your birthday from now on. But I have a feeling you're in prison, so you're probably not enjoying any of your birthdays as it is anyway. Yeah, isn't the idea that he saw you at a show and thought you looked an amazing amount like her, but you had on a wig, so he's like, oh no. You need different color hair, though. Ah.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being. Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Oh, it wouldn't be right. That's... I'll add friend. No names, I'm guessing?
That can't be right. In the bedroom.
This time it's an organ, not a piano. What happened? This one is much different than the usual you've discovered something noise. It's kind of freaking me out, I'm not going to lie.
Hurt someone? Yes. But Everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
No. No, that's how a violent person thinks. Most people do not think that they want to lash out and hurt someone. That's not normal. I'm sorry. If you think it is normal, please seek assistance. Violence is not the answer. Ah, 2 more.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Oh, look how coy she's trying to be. It's not working.
This is a nicer room. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
Okay. You think? Nice.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother.
I can't comment on that.
She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
It's sad that you refer to her
after his nana, but I didn't want
in the
to
past
have a
tense.
symmetrical name.
It's not symmetrical, as you pointed out. It's a palindrome. It kind of makes you look bad when you point out the actual term for it earlier in the game and then you use the wrong term later.
My mother called me Eve.
Did I just look up this by itself? I didn't. Messed up.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl.
Where is that for
It
evidence?
helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
This is the. I guess this is my biggest problem. I'm drastically treating this like it's a detective game, which honestly probably shouldn't be, because real life detecting, like, the interview is such a small portion of it. Let me read that diary. Let me see the fingerprints. The real evidence. Not just, unfortunately, not just her story, but that's the name of the game, so. I guess I get different music for how much I've uncovered, because I've definitely got different music now.
Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Eve. Oh, nice.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police.
Told them what?
So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve, so my parents let me off.
What?
Yeah. When I was we ran
It's
a police station.
I'll say I very much like this actress. I
When I
think
was
she
young.
does a great job. A great job at seeming full of shit. Like, this whole story seems like she's full
Yeah.
of shit, like it's made up on the
When I was
spot.
young, in London, and we thought we could break into a taxi driver we paid to drop us off.
What the fuck are you...
Pinched a bit here
What
and there
taxi
to pay for
driver gives a shit? Unless you look like you're an 8-year-old, no taxi driver is going to call the cops and be like, these girls are young. What's your point, sir? I don't know. Okay, then. What are you talking about? Oh. Why are you saying... What?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Whoa, whoa. Shit. She was by herself. Yeah, I thought she was by herself. I need to keep that. That seemed... My Morse is not fantastic. I know a couple letters, but that seemed... I'm great at English as well, as you can tell. That seemed like Morse to me. I'm gonna have to come back to this. So what I'm gonna do is leave this episode here. Take a quick remedial course on Morse code, and then I'll come back with the next episode. I hope you've all enjoyed listening to me complain, because I think that's all this episode has been, honestly. I love all of you, though, and remember, a stash isn't the hair on your lip, it's the source of your power.